Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsanin ila yawmiddini amma ba'd. Brothers and sisters, welcome to Lesson 4, Module 2 of Learn Tajweed for Allah. Alhamdulillah, we want to revise the letters of the truth with shakla. Inshallah, the shakla are the diacritical signs which are al-fatha, wal-kasra, wal-dhamma. The letters of the throat are hamza and ha, ain and ha, and ghain and kha. Okay, but the time for practice we don't have enough here, so what I will do, inshallah, I'll prepare a set of slides that you can listen to and practice with. We also want to do revision of letters of the throat with mad letters. For these, inshallah, I will prepare a set of slides that you can listen to and practice with, inshallah. Here is a practice with sukoon that is going to be along with the three mad letters, inshallah. The alif of mad, or alif al-maddiyya, is preceded by a letter with fatha. And these are all the short letters, inshallah. We have the waw of mad, carries a sukoon preceded by a letter with dhamma. And the ya of mad carries a sukoon preceded by a letter with kasra. These are all, as you see, letters of the truth. And as I said, I'll prepare a special slide for you to practice with all of these, because you need a lot of practice with the truth letters, inshallah, because these are among the hardest letters of the Arabic alphabet to pronounce and to get a mastery of. So you need a lot of practice. Today we're going to be dealing with Makhaarij al-huruf, places from which letters originate, and we are going to start with the lisan, with the tongue. Min makhraj al-lisan, al-qaf wal-kaf. From the articulation point of the tongue is al-qaf wal-kaf. Okay, these are two letters from one particular point that we are going to do today. The first of the 10 points of articulation of the tongue. It is from the farthest part of the tongue, that is, farthest part from the mouth, just above the throat, and what lies opposite to it from the roof of the mouth in the area of the soft palate, and also a portion of the hard palate. Two letters emanate from here. They are qaf and kaf. Inshallah, you will see why I said also the hard palate. A quick review of the upper palate. The gum, the front palate, the hard palate, the soft palate, and the uvula. This is what makes up the entire upper palate, inshallah. And because the makhaarij of the huruf, the qaf and the kaf, are going to be dealing with the soft and the hard palate, that is why we brought this back, so that you can remember what you studied. We are also going to do a quick review of the parts of the tongue. Especially the deepest part, the farthest part that is away from the mouth, the farthest away from the mouth. And this is because both the qaf and the kaf has their origin from that point, inshallah. Alright, the rest of the tongue, the middle, the top of the tip and the side, we are not going to be talking about that right now. The makhraj of qaf. Qaf is pronounced from the farthest part of the tongue from the mouth, just above the throat, and what lies opposite to it from the roof of the mouth in the area of the soft palate. Notice the soft palate. So the farthest back, the farthest part of the tongue, striking against the area of the soft palate. Notice that the farthest part of the tongue is elevated all the way and strikes against the place that is called a soft palate. If the qaf is articulated with fatha, kasra, dhamma or sukoon, the makhraj is the same as described above. Alright, the soft palate, as we see by the arrow indicates the beginning and the end of it, and we can see the backmost part of the tongue hitting squarely into the soft palate only, nothing else. Inshallah, that is the articulation point of the qaf. So the makhraj of qaf, as we see, is right there as the arrows are pointing in both pictures, inshallah. Mistakes. The letter qaf is not found in the English language. There are two mistakes in the pronunciation of the letter when reciting the Quran. Either the letter is articulated on the hard palate or close to it, so it ends up sounding like the English K. Or the letter is pronounced from the throat and not the tongue, and resulted in correct sound is a cross between an ain and a qaf, like someone saying qa, qa, qaf. Okay? So for these also, although we need to practice it, we are not going to do that right now. So we'll prepare a set of slides for you so that you can listen to and practice with, inshallah. The makhraj of kaf. Notice the makhraj of kaf as is pointed out by the arrows, and as you can see, it is different from the makhraj of qaf. Kaf is articulated from the deepest part of the tongue and what lies opposite to it from the roof of the mouth in the area of the hard and the soft palate. This is different from the qaf because it was only the tongue, the backest part of the tongue, interacting with the soft palate. Here it is with the hard and the soft palate. Thus, this letter is closer to the mouth than the qaf. Common mistakes in this letter: kaf is often mispronounced at an articulation point farther back in the mouth than the correct articulation point. The resultant letter is often closer to a qaf rather than the correct desired sound, because it is actually being pronounced in the articulation point of the kaf, that is. Some people pronounce this letter a little farther back in the mouth rather than from its correct position. So there is no air heard with this letter, okay, when they pronounce it. Actually, in order to pronounce this letter correctly, there should be an emission of air. Ak, ek, vik, ruk. I am overemphasizing it, but that is, you have to hear that sound. It's called hams. Here we have a, inshallah, this is going to give us some practice, but we have prepared the slides for you so that you can listen and practice, inshallah. The middle of the tongue, the makhraj of Jim, Sheen, and Ya. 3 letters are pronounced from the middle of the tongue. They are Jim, Sheen, and Ya. These letters are pronounced from the middle of the tongue in conjunction with what lies opposite to it from the roof of the mouth. This means that the middle of the tongue strikes the roof of the mouth when these letters are articulated without a vowel. The middle of the tongue separates with strength from the roof of the mouth when the letters are voweled. Note about Ya. The Ya here is not the mad letter Ya that we spoke about earlier. That is, it's a Ya with a sukoon that is preceded by a kasra. That is a mad Ya, which is articulated from the empty space in the throat and the mouth. When the Ya sakina, however, when the Ya sakina is preceded by a fatha, if it's preceded by a kasra, then it is Ya al-Maddiyya. When the Ya sakina is preceded by fatha, it's no longer al-Ya al-Maddiyya. It's no longer the madded Ya. This articulation point of this particular situation, for this particular situation, is the point of the regular Ya. Makhraj of Jim. Jim is pronounced from the middle of the tongue in conjunction with the middle of the roof of the mouth. The middle of the roof of the mouth. The makhraj is totally closed off when it is sakin. Aj, aj, aj. The middle of the tongue separates with strength from the roof of the mouth when the letters are voweled. Ja, ji, ju. Here we have some examples that we were supposed to do, but time is not allowing us. So we will prepare slides for you that you can listen to and practice with it. Makhraj of Sheen. Sheen is pronounced from the middle of the tongue in conjunction with the middle of the roof of the mouth. Middle of the tongue in conjunction with the middle of the roof of the mouth. However, the makhraj is left open and not closed off like the Jim. Okay? So the place of the emission of the sheen is narrowed but does not close off. It remains open. So all the positions with fatha, kasra, dhamma, and sukoon is like this. That is, it is open. It's left open. Ash. Because if it is not left open, then the air cannot flow out, which is necessary if sheen is to be pronounced properly. Ash, sha, sh, sh, sha, sh, she. Right? You see, it has to give that air, extra air, inshallah. We are going to produce slides in relation to this also so that you can practice. Makhraj of Ya. Ya that does not have mad, that's a regular Ya with fatha, kasra, etc., is pronounced from the middle of the tongue in conjunction with the middle of the roof of the mouth. However, the makhraj is also open, like in the case with the sheen. So the place of the emission of Ya is narrowed but does not close off. Narrowed in but does not close off. So all the positions with relation to Fatha, Kasra and Dhamma and Sukoon is like this. Is like this particular situation. So that is, it's open. Here again we have ay, ya, you, yi. For these, inshallah, prepare a set of slides that you can listen to and practice. Mistakes relating to Jim, Sheen, and Ya. Common mistakes in these letters. The Jim is often pronounced with a running of the sound, like the French J. This letter in Arabic is a strong letter, and there is imprisonment of the running of the sound and imprisonment of the running of the ear. Notice both of them. Sound is imprisoned and the ear is imprisoned. To produce it correctly, first make sure the middle of the tongue is being used and not the anterior portion or the back portion of the tongue. Then concentrate on not letting any sound and ear run out when saying the letter. Sheen. There's a lot of air that fills the mouth and runs out with this letter. Westerners sometimes pronounce this like the English SH, like shame, which has a more forward position than the Arabic sheen, because it is pronounced from the middle of the palate, the upper palate. The ya is sometimes mistakenly articulated with an accompanying running of the ear. This letter should not have ear running with it. So care needs to be taken to control the ear and suppress its excessive outward flow. So, inshallah, we are grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we praise Him, alhamdulillah, for allowing us to complete lesson 4 of module 2. And we hope that you are benefiting from it, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless all of us and to make us consistent in our effort and to continue striving to learn this important subject. And I hope the way we are doing it is making a difference to the way you have learned Tajweed before. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of us and guide us and make it easy for us to learn the Tajweed and make it easy for us to teach it. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.